Good day, children. I hope you're all fine. Children, in the ancient times, formal learning used to take place in the Gurukuls, but only a handful of children got to go there. The rest of the children, they learned from their families and from life itself. In the 19th century, a number of schools came up in India with good teachers, and a lot of children got this opportunity to study. And right now we have a very large number of schools in India. And our aim is that all the children must get formal education. And presently there's also a great development that is taking place, a great technological development. We are moving on to the digital mode of learning, the digital mode of education. In this, we use the television, the computers, smartphones to help you learn. So whether you are in school or at home, you will be learning and you will never miss out on your education. And this system is here to stay. It's going to be an integral part of our lives. And today's lesson, we will be learning a lot more about the digital mode of education. The Fun They Had was written in 1951. Yet the story is set in the future, in the year 2157, which is 200 years from the time it was written. So it's a futuristic story. In this story, there are two children who find a book. A book, they are so amazed at what that thing is. Because they do not study from books, they study from computers. Now that is how this story is relevant for us even today. Come to think of it, this story, which should have been relevant, let's say 140 years from now, has become very important for today's times. Aren't we all studying from computers? Aren't we all studying from television? Half of you do not have books right now. So, we can understand the children's surprise at seeing a book. Because for them, generations haven't read from books. Not their father, not their grandfather, rather it was their grandfather's father who was reading from books. In this book, they read about a school. And they are so enamored with the idea that children went to a building which was a school for them. Because these two children, they studied at home. The teacher was the computer. It was a robotic teacher, a mechanical teacher. For them, school was at home. So they feel that they have missed out on all the fun that their great-great-grandfather had had. They wish they could also enjoy in school. They could also study with other children of their age. Let's enjoy the story now. The Fun They Had throws light on an interesting aspect of the technological world we will have in the future. Consequently, it is set in the future where two children discuss the way things functioned in the earlier days. Further, they talk about the books which comprise of paper instead of telebooks they have now. It is rather interesting to read about the conversation between the little kids. So these children, they study on the computer. They're studying from telebooks. They're not studying from real books. They get fascinated by the concept of school, which prevailed in the days of their grandparents. So these children, they don't go to another building to study. They study at home with the help of the computer. Moreover, they also talk about how those days were much more fun. The fun they had shows us the reality of technology taking over in the near future. So these children just wonder about the wonderful times that their grandparents or great-grandparents had when they could all study together with the help of the teachers, the human teachers. And they could play with their playmates who were their own age in the school itself. So Margie even wrote about the book in her diary. On the page which was headed 17 May 2157, she wrote, "Today Tommy found a real book." It was an old book. Margie's grandfather once said that when he was a little boy, his grandfather told him about a time when all stories were printed on paper. They turned the pages. These pages were wrinkled and yellow. The words stood still. They did not move on the screen as they do now. With passage of time, the book turns yellow, the white color fades. Tommy called it a waste. When they read the book, they threw it away. Their computer storage must have been very big to have many books. It was still good for many more books. It was the same for Margie, though she had not seen many telebooks. Now, Tommy thinks that it is very wasteful to be reading from books because once you read a book, then you throw it away. That's what he thought. He preferred to read telebooks because there was no wastage over there. You could read hundreds or thousands of books on the computer itself. Margie also felt the same, although Margie had read less books than Tommy. Margie was 11 and Tommy was 13. She asked him where he had found that book. He replied that he had found that in his house. So she asked him where he's found it. He's found it in his house in the attic. It's a small room, a storage space under the roof. She asked what it was all about. He replied that it was about school. Margie exclaimed, "School? What was there to write about school?" as she hated it. She'd always hated school, but now she hated it more. Now, she says, how can anybody want to write about school? School is so boring. Why is her school so boring? Because she's studying only from the computer, from a mechanical teacher. And now she hates school. Let's see why she hates it. It was because her mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test in geography. She had been doing worse and worse. At last, her mother sent for the county inspector. So now why does she hate it? Because she was not doing well in her studies. She was doing really badly in geography. She was getting so many tests and she was not performing well. How could she like school if she wasn't doing well in it? The inspector was a round man. He had a red face and a box of tools, dials and wires. He smiled at Margie and gave her an apple. He took the television teacher away. Margie hoped he would not know how to set it right. But after 1 hour, it was brought again before her with its big screen. Lessons were shown and questions were asked on it. She hated its slot in which she had to put in the homework. On this slot, there was a special area assigned for the homework. She had to write down in punch code. She had been learning since she was 6 years old. Now that is amazing. She was only 6 years old when she started learning how to work on the computer, and she was using the punch code. Now, punch code during Isaac Asimov's time was very popular. It was supposed to be the latest of technological developments. In this, a card was used and holes were punched into it, and that was inserted in the computer for particular designs and also to form patterns of answers. The inspector smiled and patted Margie's head. He told Margie's mother that it was not Margie's fault. The geography sector was geared a little too quick. Oh, now we know why Margie was having such a tough time. Margie was not performing well in geography because her computer was set for a higher class. It was set for a higher age group. So then he slowed it down to an average 10-year level. Margie's progress had been quite satisfactory. Then he went away. Margie hoped that they would take her mechanical teacher away. She disliked it so much, she just didn't want to study. So she was hoping they would take it away. They had done so to Tommy's for nearly a month. And she felt Tommy was very lucky when his computer was taken away for a month. The history sector of Tommy's had blanked out. Now children, let's have a little activity. You have to tell me if these statements are true or false. The book was found in the attic.
True.
That is correct. The book was about school.
True.
Margie loved school.
False.
You are right. Margie was doing very well in geography.
False.
Absolutely right. The inspector gave Margie an apple.
True.
Yes, that was so sweet of the inspector. Tommy felt books were a waste of paper.
True.
You are so good. You've been very attentive in class. I can see that. You got all your answers right. Well done, child. Now we shall get back to the lesson. Margie said to Tommy why anyone would write about school. Now that is why she said school is just not fun. It is so boring. It's not like you're talking to a person. It is a mechanical teacher who's teaching you. So how can you enjoy school? Tommy told her that it was not their kind of school. That was a kind of old school which they had there hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So like I said, when this story was written, it was in 1951, and the time period which it is set in is 2157, which is 200 years ahead in future. So Tommy tells her that these schools are not like the boring schools that we have. These schools are the good, fun schools that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Margie was hurt. She told that she did not know about these schools. She read the book over Tommy's shoulder. So she stood right next to Tommy and she is also reading the book. Then she said that they had had a teacher anyway. Tommy replied it was not a regular teacher, it was a man. So who is the regular teacher for them? For them, the regular teacher is the mechanical teacher or the robotic teacher. The teacher told the boys and the girls things and gave homework. He also asked them questions. Margie told Tommy that a man couldn't be smart enough. But Tommy said he was so. But Tommy said no, human teachers were also smart. Margie was not prepared to dispute that. Dispute means to argue. She didn't want to argue about this. She said that she wouldn't want a strange man to live in her house and teach her. So she said, no, I prefer my mechanical teacher. I don't want a strange man living in my house. I would want a stranger here. Tommy told Margie that the teachers did not live in the house as the mechanical teachers lived. They had a special building. All the kids went there and they learned the same thing. Also, they were of the same age group. So what is the difference between the school that these children are going to? So these two children, they study from the computer teacher, from the mechanical teacher. But he says the other children, they went to a special building. That building was called the school. And all the children went there. They learned the same thing. So the teacher was teaching in the class and everyone was learning at the same thing. Also, all the children in her class were of the same age group. But Margie said that as per her mother, a teacher had to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl it taught. So, each kid had to be taught differently. Now, Margie says, and what good was that school where everyone was studying the same thing? Because her mother, she said, had told her that a teacher had to be at the level of the child and it had to be adjusted so that every child could understand what the teacher was teaching. So here the teacher is the mechanical teacher that the mother is talking about. Margie's mother, Mrs. Jones, called that it was time for her school. She says, Margie, come, it's time for your school. Margie asked Tommy if she could read the book some more with him after school. Tommy walked away. He had put the dusty old book under his arm. So Margie was very interested in the book. Initially she was like, oh, why would anyone want to write about school? It must be so boring. But now she's actually got very interested in the book. She hopes that Tommy will help her or let her read it after school. Margie put her work in the slot with a sigh. She was thinking about old schools. So she's sighing that, oh, I wish I could go to the old schools. They had them when her grandfather's grandfather was a kid. So her great-great-grandfather, when he was a kid, he went to a school. All the kids from the neighborhood came laughing and shouting in the schoolyard. They sat together at the end of the day. They learnt the same thing so that they could help one another with their homework. And the teachers were human beings. She really wants to go to that kind of a school, where all the children are studying together, where they're having fun, laughing and shouting, and when there's a schoolyard where they're playing together. And they were all learning the same thing so they could help each other with the homework. And yes, it would be nice to be with teachers who were human beings, who would understand their feelings, with whom they could share their ideas. The mechanical teacher was flashing on the screen the fraction of a question. Margie was thinking about how the kids must have loved the school in the old days. She was thinking about the fun they had. She really wishes she could go to that kind of a school and not have to sit here getting bored with the monotonous teaching of a virtual school of a mechanical teacher. This story brings out the difference between a virtual school and a real school. In a virtual school, the child studies alone, at home, from a virtual teacher, from a mechanical teacher, with the help of e-books. This can get boring. On the other hand, there's the real school, with the real big school building, where all the children go together, they study together from real human teachers, and they have books to study from in hand. So this is a much more fun school. That is why Margie always said that I wish I could go and have the fun that they had, that the previous generations had in school. Now let's do some activities. Children, let's have a quiz now. I'll ask you a question and I'll give you 4 options for each. You have to tell me which is the correct option.
Okay, ma'am.
What did Margie write about in her diary? A real school, a real teacher, a real book, Tommy.
A real school.
Good. Why were the pages of the book yellow and crinkly? It was a very old book. Its color was yellow. The words were written in yellow ink. None of the above.
No, ma'am, it was a very old book.
Well done, child. You've understood the concept very well.
Thank you, ma'am.
How were the words in the book? Moving, steady, getting unprinted after reading, none of the above.
They were steady.
Good. What do you mean by a mechanical teacher? Computer, a teacher who teaches with instruments, a real teacher, all of the above.
It's a computer.
Good. Margie's mother called the county inspector to teach Margie, to give her good marks, to take her to other schools, to set the mechanical teacher right.
Yes, to set the mechanical teacher right.
Good. How did Margie feed her homework in the mechanical teacher? In a punch code, in written papers, by speaking, none of the above.
In a punch code.
Very well done. Very good. Children, let's do a grammar activity now. We have a number of adverbs in this box. We have to choose the correct adverb, a suitable adverb to fill in the blanks in the sentences. The adverbs are awfully, sorrowfully, completely, loftily, carefully, differently, quickly, nonchalantly. And the first sentence is, the report must be read dash so that performance can be improved. Yes, the suitable adverb is carefully. The report must be read carefully so that performance can be improved. The second sentence is, at the interview, Samir answered our questions dash, shrugging his shoulders. Now which one would fit in here? That's correct. loftily. At the interview, Sameer answered our questions loftily, shrugging his shoulders. The third sentence. We all behave dash when we are tired or hungry. Which one is suitable here now? We all behave differently when we are tired or hungry. The next sentence is, the teacher shook her head dash when Ravi lied to her. Okay, so which adverb will we use here? Sorrowfully, that is correct. The teacher shook her head sorrowfully when Ravi lied to her. The next sentence is, I dash forgot about it. Yes, I completely forgot about it. The next sentence is, when I complimented Revati on her success, she just smiled dash and turned away. Now children, which one should we put here? Yes, nonchalantly. When I complimented Revati on her success, she just smiled nonchalantly and turned away. The next sentence is, the president of the company is dash busy and will not be able to meet you. Yes, absolutely right. Awfully. The president of the company is awfully busy and will not be able to meet you. The next sentence is, I finished my work dash so that I could go out to play. That's correct. I finished my work quickly so that I could go out to play. Now children, let's have another fun activity. Let's make meaningful sentences from these jumbled words. The words are book, found, Tommy, a, real. Now this one is easy. Yes? Good, very good. Tommy found a real book. Well done children. Now for the second sentence, yellow, pages and were crinkly. It's. Make the sentence children. Yes, start with its, right? Its pages were, this is easy now, come on. Its pages were yellow and crinkly. Good. Now for the third sentence, the words are words that, now these are grouped together, okay? Funny, it was, stood still to read. Come on, yes, yes. We can start with it was. Now I've given you the hint. Continue with the rest. It was funny. Yes, it was funny to read. It was funny to read words that stood still. Well done. This is good. Now for the fourth sentence, the words are computer screen, on a, the words, move as, did not, they do. Oh, this is a bit longer, but I'm sure you'll manage. Okay, you can start with the words. Yes, the words did not. Yes, come on, come on, come on. Move as. The words did not move as they do on a computer screen. Well done, children. That was beautiful. Good job. Now, children, let's play a game. I will give you a list and you will tell me which of these belong to the traditional school and which belong to the virtual school. So the list is mechanical teacher, robotic teacher, human teacher, study at home, study in a separate building, fixed timings for study, flexible timings for study, study with other children of the same age, study alone, study with e-books, study with real books. Now let's do this together. The first one, mechanical teacher. So does it belong to the traditional school or the virtual school? It belongs to the virtual school, yes. The robotic teacher. Yes, very good. This also belongs to the virtual school. Human teacher. Definitely the traditional school. Study at home. Virtual school. Study in a separate building. Traditional school. Fixed timings for study. Traditional school, yes. Flexible timings for study. Virtual school, yeah, because it is at home, so you can change your study timings as per your needs. Study with other children of the same age. Traditional schools, good, good, good. Study alone. Virtual school. Study with e-books. Virtual school, because these are done on the computer. Study with real books. The traditional school. Very good, children. This was a fun activity. Now let's have another activity. Now you tell me whether these items belong to the digital or the traditional mode of life. First, newspapers, then DTH service, radio, smartphones, charts and graphs, video conferencing. Now let's see which mode they belong to. Newspapers. Yes? Good. The traditional mode of life. DTH service. Definitely digital mode of life. Radio. The traditional mode of life. Smartphones. Yes, digital mode of life. Good, good. Charts and graphs. The traditional mode of life. Video conferencing. Definitely the digital mode of life. Very good, children. Very well done. You all got your answers right. Children, I would like you to do another activity. Now you are aware of digital education. What is your opinion about it? According to you, what is a better option, digital or traditional method of education? Or do you think we can merge these? So children, how did you enjoy the lesson? Do you realize that it is so relevant in our times today? You are also studying with the help of mechanical teachers like the phone, the computer, the television. But remember, they are not your real teachers. These modes are actually being used by the real teachers to educate you. So they are just teaching aids or devices through which your human teachers are teaching you. Nothing can replace your real teachers. And nothing can replace a school. School is a place of learning, it's a place for fun. A school is a place which aids your all-round development, your social development, your physical development, your mental development, and your emotional, your psychological development. So yes, we are all looking forward to the times when we can be back in school and have fun together. Thank you.